Hello, friends, and welcome to Take Two for this Wednesday, the 30th of March, 2022. I'm Jeannie. I'm so glad you've decided to come along for the ride today. Well, I was watching the weather report last night and then again this morning, and it's talking about this very large storm that's on its way. Now, I look out the window. I'm looking out the window right now, and I don't see anything. It's calm and beautiful. There's blue skies, a little bit of clouds. And I'm thinking, how could there be a big storm? It's kind of hidden. It's not here yet, but it's on its way. When you look at the radar map and you see just west of us, this big orange and red thing coming this way, you know it's on its way. When we least expect it, all of a sudden something like that could just develop, and here it is. So what do we do when we know in advance that a big storm is coming like that? We got a little bit of advance notice. We do all the things to prepare. Now, if it's going to be a snowstorm, obviously in Southeast Alabama, it's not a snowstorm today, but if it's going to be a snowstorm or cold or a freeze, cold snap, we cover our plants or we take them in, we make sure our pets are secured, things like that. And then, of course, if it's going to be a big rainstorm, if necessary, we put sandbags, or we, if it's going to be a really bad one, we might block our windows, whatever preparation needs to be done. We can do that, and preparedness is the key because that can protect you and save you from a lot of problems later, like potential damage and so forth. Now, what about storms of life? Now, we don't prepare for storms of life as well as we may prepare for storms in the weather report. There are storms that we know are going to come our way. Say we have people in our family who are sickly, and we know that maybe in all probability they may not be with us that long, or that they have problems with finances, and that things have to be made in order and prepare. That's a storm that none of us want to think about. So quite often we just shut off and we just don't do anything about it. We don't prepare for storms like that because it's too unhappy to think about. It's too much to deal with. So I'm just going to not prepare for it. Let me tell you something. If you don't prepare for things like that, like having a will or making sure that your finances or all your papers and your affairs are in order, if you know that you're going to pass away soon, or even if you don't think you're going to pass away, even if you're just parents with children and grandchildren, you want to make sure that they're taken care of when you go. Now, listen, I'm not trying to be a downer today. Please understand what I'm saying. It doesn't just have to be with life and death. It could be any number of things. What if you went ahead and bought a car or bought a home and say, I'm not going to bother insuring it because I don't want to think about what would happen if I got in an accident or if a storm blew it away. You don't want to think about things like that. So therefore, you don't prepare. Let me just give you a little piece of advice, boys and girls. The same way you may prepare for an oncoming storm outside with sandbags and covering up your windows and all those kinds of things and making sure stuff is safe and secure, the same way you do that, prepare for storms of life. Now, please understand, sometimes you can't prepare because sometimes it's sudden. The same way out of the blue, you think you're just having a little rain and suddenly a tornado blows through. Well, you can't prepare for something like that. But there are things in life that happens too. You could be in perfect health and then, an accident happens and something terrible happens to you. So those kinds of things, obviously, you can't prepare for, but you can prepare for just general things in your life that you may be putting off. So my advice to you is don't put it off. Prepare for life's storms as best as you can. It's always better to be prepared. Now go ahead and be a blessing to somebody today because you may end up being the only one who is. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, okay? Jeanne Sigler, JeanneSigler. Hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. Put me a little comment. Give me a little thumbs up. I will notify you every time another Take Two is premiering. And of course, please, 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 tune into my radio program. My online streaming radio can be heard two places. You can go to ultimateoldiesradio.com and you can listen on a Saturday at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, AM and PM. And then on Sundays at oldies700.com. That's oldies700.com. And you can listen to that on Sundays at 4 Central, 5 Eastern, AM and PM. And immediately following on Oldie 700, you can listen to Chef Michael on the Road. Good listening. Good stuff, I promise. All right, I'll see you next week. You be blessed and enjoy your hump day. Be prepared. I love you. Bye-bye.